Hi there. I'm back in the USA and I've just returned home from an amazing event that I attend every year called the World Domination Summit in Portland, Oregon. WDS, what up? And I had some insights and one in particular that I just wanted to talk about on Make a Video. I'm here in my backyard at my parents' house for the next week, which is awesome. My office is literally a yoga mat and um, our dog, which she's somewhere, but oh, there she is. Ah, Chachi. Yeah, this is where I get to work, which is amazing. And so I'm here for the next week until heading to Portland for a bit next week. Anyway, I just wanted to share some stuff that came up for me at WDS, which is a conference of amazing, creative, unconventional people that come from all over the world every year to jam, to create together, to have meetups and talks, and just connect on what they're creating in the world, which is for the most part, or the entire part, like amazing, impactful, visionary types of things. We have, there's writers, coaches, healers, artists, marketers, people creating, inventing things. It's amazing. So I went to a lot of meetups and went to a lot of workshops. And one of the things that I was feeling when I was down there is that, you really have to have your niche. You have to have one thing picked out that you do. You have to have your one audience, really specific if you want to have a business that's going to work. Otherwise, it's just like you can have a lot of these interests, but it's not going to be a business. And I'm interested in creating a business, right? As maybe many of you are. And so I was starting to feel really discouraged about not having one niche because with my work and passions and what I want to create, it's so multifaceted, as maybe you can relate with this. Like for me, I'm passionate about holistic health, self-development, productivity, entrepreneurship, yoga, healing, travel, digital nomad, and lifestyle design. It's insane. There's so much. So I was starting to feel like, wow, I don't have anything to contribute to the world because there's just too much. And I'm just going to have to resign myself to the fact that I'm just going to maybe have all these hobbies and I might just have to I don't know, do work that I don't really love for the rest of my life or something. I was starting to feel discouraged. And so I talked to a friend about this and we were discussing how the complexities of a very multifaceted career, business, passion base takes longer to develop. And as I sort of was just talking this out with him and sort of came up with this analogy, which is like, there's a lot of things out there which can be created in a very quick way. Because a lot of us get down on ourselves, myself included, for not having made it yet, right? So for not having the successful business or the thriving, projects that are off the ground that the world knows about yet, right? So a lot of us, it takes a longer time to get these things really out there. And it's really easy to put stuff out there that's sort of half-baked, right? It's sort of simple. It sort of has like, it's easy to get stuff out there, but that's kind of like creating a really simple dish. So example was like, I don't know, like a chicken noodle soup out of a can. Like that's really easy. You heat it up over the stove. It's fine. It'll get the job done. People can eat it. There's calories. Like you can call it a meal with some saltines. But we're not cooking that. Those of us that have all these things we're bringing together and massive visions for how we want to change the world, we're not creating chicken noodle soup out of a can. We're creating an amazing, flavorful, rich stew. And the analogy I went with was like a kitchery, where, we're creating this Ayurvedic, which is an Ayurvedic Indian sort of stew made with basmati rice, lentils, spices, coconut milk, like all these different things. You can put different herbs. You have to let it simmer and it has to really meld together and blend. And, I just started to think while talking to my friend about what the things that we're creating, how it's not instant. It's not instant success. It's not instant results. It's like we've been in this world for years, kind of watching, exploring, trying things. And, I'll just own this for myself. Like I haven't yet experienced the success, quote unquote, whatever that is. Success actually comes from happiness, so that's a whole other story. But not seeing the results that I would have hoped to by now. And I've just taken a step back and learned that, when we create such complex things, when we have such big visions that bring so many elements together, And maybe you can think about how this relates to your life and work and what you're doing in the moment, because recognize that if it's taking you longer, that's okay and that's great, because you're not making an instant soup, you're making a nourishing, flavorful, rich Kitcheree dish that's going to feed the world. You know, this massive pot of amazing, delicious stew, which smells so good, is going to be so much better in the end, so much more nutritious, so much more flavorful and memorable for anyone that experiences it. And so this is, yeah, this is just a thing to take away. It's like, don't rush yourself. Trust the process. Dive deeply into each part of the process as you're out there creating in the world. And whatever it is you're working on, you know, I don't care if it's a side business, if it's your hobbies, if it's your family, like, just know that there's no such thing as instant results with anything of value in the world. Anything worth doing takes time, and I'm just sharing this as it's coming up for me now. I'm literally sitting down to map out my next year until WDS next year, because you know, I love the idea of setting goals and having like a year plan with different benchmarks set out in the midst there. So that's what I'm going to be doing, and I highly suggest that you do the same. I might make another video about goal setting. I still have no idea what the crap my niche is. I don't know if I'm a life coach or health coach or business coach. To be honest, I'm still figuring it out. I just know that I want to help people. I want to help people live lives on purpose, where they're alive, awake, energized, vibrant. This is what I want to do. And just right now, making this video, maybe it can help one person out there. That's what feels right to do. So like I said, if you're feeling like you've been putting in the work, you've been trying things and you're not seeing results, just know that you're making a Kitcheree. You're not making an instant soup. Be glad for that. And let me know what it is that you're creating and how I can support you, because we're in this together and I'd love to jam. So with that, I will say goodbye.